So we have Photoshop open, and this is Photoshop CS6. And what we want to be able to do is be able to alter this image right here in a non-destructive manner. So what we're going to do is we're going to first start off with unlocking this, and if yours isn't already unlocked, what you need to do is double click it. The dialog will come up, and then you just click OK. It'll unlock it as long as you have another layer there. So basically I want to bring in the picture. I want to replace, I have a picture that I want to put into these monitors just to see how it will look when I actually put the visual effects and stuff like that in there. So I have this image here. I'm going to bring that in, click enter, and then right now it's not something something I can use to alter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to rasterize it. So that makes it now I can go ahead and edit it. So once I do that, I want to select the picture below, and in Photoshop you want to make sure that you're always checking which layer you have selected. The other thing I want to emphasize is that you want to be able to label all your labels, all your layers, sorry. Alright, so I have that labeled. So I go ahead and select the background. I'm going to select W, and then I'm going to select the green. I'm going to hold shift, select the green again, and then it does another pass through, and I hold shift and select the other green that I want there. At the same time, I can go ahead and select these greens, but I'm going to do one at a time so you can see how I go ahead and I'm going to group it. So once I do that, I go ahead and hit Control J, and that's going to create a layer of what I had selected. As you can see, all I have is that part selected now. I mean visible, and it's in its own layer. So to keep with the same thing that we did before, I want to go ahead and label that. And if I didn't label it right, I can double click it, go back in, and rename it again like that. Alright, so once that is the case, I go ahead and select this, and I'm going to select that right there. I'm going to hold Control Alt down, and I'm going to Control Alt G, and what it's going to do is going to put it as a mask under there. Now if you notice over here, this part disappeared, but really it's just under the green, so I would have to take this part and drag it under the green portion here. Okay. And as you can see, it's in there. Now, in order to do this right, obviously I'm doing this extremely quickly. In order to do this right, I want to take this out of here, take it out. Now it's out of there. And I want to open this up, and I want to alter this image so that it has the same perspective as the monitor itself. So in order to do that, is bring this up here, Control T, and I'm going to hold Control down to be able to move the edges. As you can see, when I do that, I'm able to move the edges. So at first I was going to use the warp, but that really wasn't, that was more too much organic. That was too much moving the center. Right now I just want to pin the edges. So I go ahead and pin those edges the way I want. And I can have it go a little bit further if I need to. I hit enter, and now from there I can go back, select that top, Control Alt G, and there it is. It's inside of there. Now you notice I have this extra green there, right? Because in the photo there's this extra green. But if I go here and I use my trusty Wacom once again, I'm gonna hit B, and I'm going to start adding to this here. So I'm going to start adding. And as you can see, it's adding to it, but it's only just adding to the mask itself. You see that? So just more of the image will be revealed. So I can hit L and open up my lasso tool. And I can meticulously alter that. this way. And I can go all the way around. You get the drift. Go all the way around, mask it, and then from the mask, I'm going to hit B, and then I can start drawing it out without worrying about going outside of the mask. As you can see. Now another thing I could do, let's say, you know, I don't really want to have to worry about this part here, so I can go into my background. I can start shift selecting these pieces here. Okay, so I have those shift selected, and I'm going to hit M to convert it to this rectangular or square masking tool, and I'm going to hold Alt down, and I'm going to get rid of some of this, because now what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to make a foreground piece here. So as long as I'm on this piece, I'm going to hit Control J, and it's going to make a new layer with that selection in there, and then I'm going to push this up to the top. Now if you look here, it's just that left, and then I can alter this to be able to fit the image properly. So obviously I'm being very sloppy with this. I mean, you can really go in and make this stuff work a lot better. So that's Z to zoom in, spacebar to grab it and move. And as you see, I'm much faster if I know my shortcut keys, so I'm not going back here and doing all those sort of things, messing with the tools and stuff like that. Hit B there. Because eventually what happens is, as you become better at Photoshop, you actually, sorry, I need to be in the mask. You actually have to start learning your shortcut keys. That's the only way you're going to get much faster and better. So instead of using the lasso tool, so I'm going to delete this. Let's look at another way we could have done this. So I've already have this situated here, right? That's already situated. So what I could have done again is I could have selected the lasso tool and lassoed out the structure. And you're going to want to be a little bit more careful than I am, because I'm doing it just for education. You get it. Okay, I go all the way around, and then like that, and then make sure the background is selected. Control J, and as you can see, I made that, and now I go here and Control Alt G, and now it's on the inside of that. So if I take away that, it takes away both. Okay. Alright, well, hope that helps, and I'll see you guys next time.